This video briefly shows how to sharpen a cabinet scraper. Most people think you just buy it and start scraping with it, and that's just not the case. You take your cabinet scraper, first thing, and at 45 degrees of an angle, draw it along a mill file, and that angle doesn't have to be exact, it's just eyeball because you're going to be holding the scraper at different angles, and draw it along there until you completely bevel from one down to one corner on your cabinet scraper, 45 degrees, and then take the long flat edge and run it along 800 grit Waterstone, and then you and that removes any burr that the file may have imparted to your scraper, and take it along the flat edge and remove that burr, and then polish the edge on your stone by holding it at the 45 degree angle and drawing it along there until you don't see any more of the file marks on the edge that you filed. Then you're ready to consolidate the edge, and to do that you just take and very lightly go over the edge, the sharp edge of your bevel, and you're just pushing in any steel that might be hanging out there or burred out or whatever, and then you take and put your scraper in a vise, and at 12 to 15 degrees of an angle to the long edge, this is where you're going to file the burr, you start drawing it down, you put a little oil on it and then draw it down very carefully the whole length until you can take your finger and feel that little fish hook burr that should be all along it. And I go and draw that burr on every one of the edges of the cabinet scraper. That way I don't have to redo that work so often. And you do the same thing with your French curve one, but it takes more time and it takes a lot more care. But you'll find you're going to be using this, so you really do want to do it to both of them, although the flat one is the one you'll be using the most. And that's basically it on sharpening a cabinet scraper.